everyone, and today's video I'll be back with my normal videos, daily videos as usual. So let's start off with the precipitation. Just so you know, we'll currently do a daily, weekly poll again. We'll start out with Monday. I know there's been some confusion about it, but actually now I'll start off with every Sunday. I'll post a poll of what you want to do to improve my channel. So that's how I'm going to do it for now. Every single Saturday, if you have every single Sunday, if you have a problem with that, the poll will be on a week. So don't worry, the poll will be a week on before it closes. So again, you guys are feel free to vote inside of it. To vote whichever option, no one's going to shame you or anything like that. Just vote whichever one is going to be. I'll post a new poll after uploading this video, and again, the poll will be deadline on next Sunday. So, the precipitation. You can currently see there is some showers definitely today. Longer spells of rain. They will mix together to make longer spells of rain. They will pepper into Saturday and to Monday. More isolated showers will continue to feed in for parts of Scotland. Parts of the south, convection rises. You can see some of these storms popping up here and there by 9-10 in the morning, dissipating into parts of France. Look out to our east, however. On to Monday, we get a very, very thick weather front, slow moving, tracking parts of the south, and let's go back a little bit. Tracking at around Monday 9 p.m. Whole band of rain across Northern Ireland and parts of Republic of Ireland and also Western Scotland. Moving on a few hours ahead. Tuesday 3 a.m. You can see that rain band has moved significantly, but very slow moving still. And again, it is weakening as it moves through, damaging across parts of Wales, parts of Midlands, and parts of Eastern Scotland, And by the time it crosses England, it will be very, very weak at around 9 p.m. Light to moderate rain. But don't get fooled. Behind that, you continue to get swept in with these heavy showers. Longer spells of rain will mix in together with snowy conditions, even though in high ground. Very unlikely. However, I wouldn't say 100% unlikely. I'll definitely say there is a very, very, very small chance for that to happen if it's cold enough. But into Wednesday now, you can currently see those showers will continue to mix together to be heavier showers. And on Wednesday, we get this low pressure system here. I'll look at the wind gusts in a moment. But low pressure does center of that low part, moving on in parts of that Glasgow, Northern Ireland, Southern Scotland, parts of Midlands. That's where it's going to be. And then after that, look at this, another abrupt weather system feature moving in across the south there, slicing through parts of England, Wales, and East Anglia before clearing it to the east. And after that, continued heavy prolonged showers will mix in. The wind gust looks pretty strong for the next couple of days here, so do get prepared. As we head into Monday now, as that weather front approaches, we're expecting a little score line feature for this to develop. 50-40 mile per hour gust will peak at around part of Northern Ireland, Western Scotland, and Republic of Ireland, gusting up to 60-70 miles per hour in sea levels, and in some very exposed spots, we could catch around 70 miles per hour on land, but very near the coast, you are able to catch that. Moving on, does weaken as we head into 3 a.m. at Tuesday. That wind and rain will actually weaken, but still gusting up to 30, 35, 40, 45, 50 miles per hour wind gusts. And as we head into that area across the southeast, around still picking up wind gusts, 30, 40 miles per hour. But look at this. This shade of orange compared to this shade of orange, which is not even orange at all. It was literally red. And now look at this. And as it moves in, it fades a lot. After that, as I did say, we get low pressure sweeping across the north there. This one up here, causing damaging wind gusts, 50, 60 mile per hour wind gusts, isolated 70 up into parts of Scotland, Scotland Mountains, Scotland, Northern Scotland, and parts of the south. Basically, the whole Scotland will be affected. Parts of Midlands will be lower, around 30-40 mile per hour wind gusts, and parts of Northern Ireland will be similar as well. As we do get that low pressure moving in, those wind gusts will be lighter than usual, and then this low pressure system, which does look like it's going to move in, very weak however. Look at this, what is this? 42 mile per hour, that's the maximum. What is that? That's not even a low pressure, but I thought it was a low pressure because it looks like it from the GFS, UKV, and it was swirling with rain around there as well. Let's see if this was actually a low pressure. It was actually trying to develop a low pressure, so I would say it's kind of a low pressure, but the wind gust is relatively low, so it would not call that really low pressure just yet. Continuing now, those temperatures up to 20-21 degrees today. Those temperatures will be continued to peak tomorrow at around 21-22 degrees, 1-2 degrees high in the sunshine. On to Tuesday now, you can see very similar temperatures spark up at around 22-23 degrees, touch higher than today. Wednesday, very similar, just cooler though, however, 18-19 degrees. And Thursday, you can see basically much more colder, with temperatures sticking around 14-15 for parts of the southeast. Parts with sunshine will be around 18-19 degrees, pretty hazy day, along with those blustery showers. With the GFS chart, you can currently see low pressure is dominating the weather. The next low pressure system, Tuesday, look at this one. This one looks pretty strong here with this one. How many millibars is that? That's down to 970 millibars in the center of this low, which I would say for June is pretty severe. Despite winter, we would not call this much, we wouldn't be raising much concern about this. But seeing this in meteorological summer, which was today, by the way, today was meteorological summer, just so you know, the official start of summer, if you're using the meteorological way. But for summer, this low pressure is strong, but as it does move through, it weakens into a northerly breeze. And as we do get that, look at that. Northerly breeze continues to sweep in, we get into a colder pattern, and as we continue this, you can see high pressure is starting to build up from the south part of the UK. So for a little while, low pressure at base, sitting there, Iceland, trying to break through that high pressure. Eventually, it does skyrocket up to Scandinavia and Svalbard. The next high pressure systems continue moving, and then we're basically locked in this blocking feature. But what I'm concerned about is at the end of this run, we see this low pressure racing through the jet stream, which could change track slightly and just divert towards the UK. But as of now, we are seeing it follow the jet stream, which is going up towards Iceland here. If we look at it like that, those temperatures at that point will be warmer, but still not as warm as what we want summer to be. Those temperatures at around 22, 23, 24. For some of you, it will be warm, but I'm sure some of you do want a little bit milder, around 25, 26 degrees, where it's the most pleasant for summer. Though we are getting into those times of the year where we are getting always high pressure, and that means drier air. No, sorry, that means dry precipitation, and the cumulative precipitation looks pretty high. Let's look at the precipitation, nearly bone dry with that odd weather front moving in there as we see low pressure continue to try in there. But after, I would say, around 240 hours, it is starting to get dry with high pressure. But as we look at the UPEM run, you can see even more severe this one with the low. This one actually is down to, do not want to look at that. Low pressure is actually down to 968 millibars, which is actually a little bit higher than, a little bit lower than the then the GFS chart. And after that, again, it weakens into a northerly breeze. Then instead of high pressure building in like the GFS, we get another low pressure system. And then 180 hours ahead, let's go towards this run. 180 hours ahead, you can see that low pressure develops, moves away, northerly breeze, cooler air conditions. And then those deviations will be colder again. And then continuing this now, you can see high pressure is sticking up to the south. It is trying to turn us towards the south. That low pressure, that's the main concern. Low pressure is continue to battle its way through high pressure. That's why we're not even getting high pressure to start off meteorological summer, which is actually pretty annoying. Now we'll start off with the ECMWF chart. ECMWF, let's see how many millibars. Can't actually see it, but down towards 972 millibars, which is somewhat similar towards the GM chart. But again, it does weaken, and then weakens into a northerly breeze. That's what all models are saying. Look at this, we got low pressure sweeping through, and then after that, northerly breeze again. High pressure building, eventually trying to build in. Another severe low collapses up into towards the north. Northerly flow again. I know some of these runs really depressing here. Some of these runs really try to hit a very cool summer, not even up towards the mid-20s. Some runs really. Just saying this whole start of June is going to be stuck under temperatures around 20-21 degrees. We really do not want that. But as of now, we are starting to see these runs start to signal that, which we don't really want, especially highly by the GM and ECMWF chart. The GFS does try to go for something warmer, but generally cooler conditions. And that's basically your weather forecast. Thank you for watching, and until the next time, goodbye.